Video games.
What up, dudes? Matt here from YoVideogames, and I'm back here with a exclusive, sort of hands-on of the brand new character for Invincible Versus, and that is Elemental. Now, the first thing to get out of the way is this is a completely unique, original character made just for Invincible Versus, because they kind of wanted to have someone who was a little bit different from the main cast, someone who wasn't like a brawler, like, punch kick character, someone who was more, a little different from super strength. A lot of super strength characters or flying characters in Invincible. And there's still 7 to go for launch, so there's a lot, there was a lot like that can be added to the game. Had a really good time with the closed alpha. Anyone else who did. So yeah, I actually got to go down to the studios and play the character Elemental recently. Unfortunately, the recorded footage I got was, unfortunately, there was an error in the recording process, so I can't show you my footage of me personally playing the character, even though I really wanted to. But alas, there'll probably an opportunity, I'm sure, to come up later. We'll get to see more of the character. But yes, Elemental, who's she's kind of like the Avatar. She bends all 4 elements, and makes a bunch of crazy stuff. Now, here's the thing. What is Elemental? She, at a basic level, she's more of a zoner setup character. She obviously, everyone's got stuff that they can do at close range even, but she is very much meant to be. This is the character that is going to keep you at a medium distance, keep you at a long distance, and constantly berate you with all kinds of different elemental ranged attacks. The big one is she pulls up a rock, which can be different in size if you're doing a regular or an EX variant. And the rock comes up, and it's not just a shield, but it's also a mine. Basically, the rock itself is its own hurt box. So you can't, if you touch it, you're going to get hit down, or you're just going to get hit in general. But it also acts as a shield. So if someone is spamming you, you can pull up this rock shield, and then you can throw the rock shield. So there's all this crazy stuff you can do with her in that aspect of it. She's a very fun character. She's got a big dive kick if you want to get in there. Her light attack has a huge amount of range, right in front of her, where she does a light punch with some water. And it makes an ice dagger that goes not mid screen, but pretty far out. So she can start a light combo from pretty close, from pretty good distance if she wants to. But yeah, this was done obviously in collaboration with Skybound Comics. It was done in collaboration with the creators of Invincible, and they were thought the idea was pretty cool. They're on board with it. So that's something that the game is actually offering. Rather than a guest character, we have a character who's unique and created just for the game itself. So that's actually a lot of fun. And again, there's going to be a lot more fighters to come in this game. That being said, I think her design is really cool. I think just the look, and here's the other fun thing too, is that her eyes glow with whatever color of the element she's using. So if she's when you see her using fire, her eyes will be orangish red, and if she's using water, they'll be blue. So that's actually kind of a cool little detail there. There's a lot of little tiny chunks that were put in there. As far as the newest build of the game goes, I didn't get to see any of the as we see in the footage here, the nighttime version of the city stage, or this cool looking pyramid stage. I didn't see any of that. But I can say this from the hands-on is on the newest build, there were even more improvements, even more graphical updates to the game than the closed alpha that we all participated in a little while ago. So that's actually pretty cool to see, that there's still, even now, we are still getting more and more and more little cool little graphical touch-ups and lighting improvements, and things are just still keep improving. Another thing that was actually, this is very minor, I know, but in the closed alpha, you probably saw a little Chibi Invincible in the bottom right corner of the screen anytime the game was loading something. That was so well received, they went back with the artist and they had the artist make more of different. So you're going to get a random chibi character doing many different things. There's one for Battle Beast where he's just smashing the shit out of Invincible, with his big, battle mace. And you get other stuff too from other characters in the cast. So you always get this funny little chibi kind of thing, character doing some 3-frame animation in the corner during loading screens. It's not just marked anymore. So I thought that was a fun little touch. Again, this is a game that's all about kind of going the extra mile on presentation, on sort of character charm, because there's so much unique dialogue. Every character to character intro is unique. Mid-screen clashes are unique. Like they all have outros where like the character who kills the last person on the other team says something directly to that character. And this kind of fun stuff where like, you hear the characters talking about Elemental, where they're like, oh, you should have joined this, or, it's, why weren't you part of this group, or like this group is going to take you down. And, Omni-Man himself just being like, who the heck are you kind of thing. There's just a lot of fun stuff here. And again, like outside of Elemental, yes, there's obviously like been, they've taken a lot of feedback, and they're very kind of aware of some of the the balance stuff from the last closed alpha. So yeah, like they're kind of like aware of certain things, and making sure things get like polished and changed up, because the release is coming pretty soon, as we learned, and as you're seeing on screen, it is April 30th, and it's going to have a bunch of characters at launch, and and it's going to have a battle pass, of course. So this game is turning out really well. Again, if you were looking for something really close to a Capcom versus style gameplay experience, this is the game for you. This game, it feels very much something like Killer Instinct 2013 mixed with Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This is that game. So again, if you're looking forward or looking for something of that gameplay style, it's here. This is where it is. So for those people who yearn for a 3v3 tag-based fighter, Elemental was a very cool character. I very much like her design, like her, like the acting and everything. Not the kind of character type I normally play, and I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, this one's definitely going on my roster or going, in my pocket. Thanks YouTube, but like. On the other hand, it's cool that they have this character, because it was someone like, you had Adam Eve in the last closed alpha, but it's definitely a character that's a little, probably like good to have a little more different characters, besides like Cecil and Adam Eve, because this character definitely feels a little more, because like Cecil feels like I'm just a zoner. I zone like crazy. She feels like she can mix it up a little bit. Like I feel like there's a lot more kind of like mix up potential there with Elemental, for getting in and getting out. So fun character, not necessarily my archetype, but again, big thanks to Quarter Up Skybound Entertainment for having me out to check out the character. I had a lot of fun. I'm again very much looking forward to this game, and yeah, just a fun character all around. Those are my initial thoughts and impressions on them. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the channel later, dudes.